Hello, Latin 3. We left off in class probably a little bit through 66, the Syplegades, the Argonauts. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a recording of every translation where I kind of read it aloud for you in the way that it's probably supposed to be thereabouts, okay? And so that way you can set it against your translation and kind of correct as you go. And then when you send me your documents, it'll make it a lot easier. It'd be less for us to converse over and whatnot. And also, you can kind of just unpack things yourself a little bit there. By the way, welcome back. I've missed you guys a lot. This is a poor second substitute, but it's going to have to do for now. But next year, we're going to get into some Caesar. We're going to get into some Virgil. It's going to be classic lit. You're both welcome. So, the Syplegades, 66. Okay, hoc facto pineus, right? So, oh, you know what? You know how Latin sounds. We don't need to do that. And if not, I can link plenty of other Latin stuff for you. So, once this was done, Phineas, so that he could give such deserved great gratitude, so that he could return such deserved gratitude for such a great kindness, he pointed out to Jason the way by which he was able to avoid the Syplegades. Okay, and I use the way because ratione can be a plan, but it can also be a method or a scheme. The Syplegades, moreover, were two giant, two cliffs of enormous size, which had been placed there by Jove in that place according to his plan, so that nobody would be able to reach or would reach the Colchides. And ne, si, ni, si, numen, ne, all the alleys go away. Okay. Let's see. These were floating in the sea a small distance apart. And if anything were to or had come into the middle space, they would crash together with incredible speed. Okay. Again, there's a si, ni, si, numen, ne there, by the way. Si quid. Afterwards, therefore, Afterwards, therefore, having been taught, once he was taught by Phineas what he should do, Jason, once he'd lifted anchor, set sail. And with a kind wind or a gentle breeze, he sailed and soon approached to the Syplegades. At that moment, or then, he was standing on the bow or the prow of the ship. There we go. And he released a dove which he was holding in his hand. That dove flew a straight course through the middle space, and I would put in parentheses of the Syplegades. In fact, put like in parentheses anytime we use a pronoun for someone's name. It just makes it easier for you to know who's doing what to whom. So anyway, it flew a straight path through the middle space of the Syplegades, and before the cliffs crashed together, the dove, escaped unhurt, losing only its tail. Then the cliffs each fell away from each other or retreated from each other. Okay, however, before they could crash together again, the Argonauts, knowing well that all hope of safety was placed in great speed, with the greatest strength they strained at the oars, and they steered the ship, the unhurt ship. Okay, or they steered the ship unhurt. Once this was done, they gave the greatest thanks to the gods, of whom the Argonauts, had been rescued from such dangers, by the help of whom they had been rescued from such dangers. For everyone was knowing, or knew, you guys are level 3, you can use good English. For everyone was knowing that things would not have turned out so luckily without the help of the gods. Okay? Or that rem tom, such a thing, would not have turned out so luckily without the help of the gods. So that's essentially how it's going to go. It doesn't really take much. I would recommend just kind of listening to it and seeing where you can kind of tidy up the English for yourself and make it sound a little bit better. here and there. Remember, you're trying to make it sound epic. You're trying to keep it within the tone of an epic story. So use big soaring words. Use the 50-cent words that you learned in English. Don't use cognates if you can avoid them. So if you see existimabat or estimabat or something like that, don't say he estimated. Say he guessed. Stuff like that. But other than that, there you go. That's how it goes. I do hope all of you are staying safe and keeping good social distance. It would be nice if we could get through this. I do plan on us all going into AP together, so I hope that you do the same. After we finish the Argonauts, we're going to do Ulixes, so more of the same, which is not a bad way to spend our time in quarantine. If we come back together, which I totally doubt we're going to do, if we do come back together, though, then we'll be ready for doing real Latin, and if not, don't worry if it's a struggle. You're going to get better at it. Anyway, I'm going to push the button now.